A well-dressed group of Timberwolves as they made their way to the locker room. They love playing in front of their raucous home crowd. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
And, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Chris Paul is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Biyombo at the center filling out the middle. And for Minnesota, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Gobert is out there with Randall. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts. And I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
To McDaniels from downtown. Rebound San Antonio. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Yeah, and what a gut wrencher it was for them last time they met. Ended up on the losing side in that one.
Typically, there's one statistic that jumps out at you when you're looking at what decided a game. And in that one, it was all about the rebounding battle.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Randall with the ball. Last game he had 13. Just 5 to shoot. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Fox. Edwards with the block.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
Barnes against Randall. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Barnes outside. Ball finds Fox. To the middle. Here's Vassell. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he's not the biggest guy, but Vassell can get up there when he needs to.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. Now he's worried Chris Paul will take over the game, saying he's mentally beyond where most players have ever been. His ability to read the floor, make decisions, work the refs, call out teammates, he checks every box when it comes to leadership. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. And here's Randall following the three-pointer from De'Aaron Fox. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Timberwolves. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, the Spurs. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Biyombo finds Paul. They set the pick. Back to Biyombo. Off with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
First free throw is good. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Fox kicks to Vassell. Here's Sohan. San Antonio again missing. Minnesota's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. And they hit it back and finished off by Gobert.
Gobert so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Hall finds Fox. Hall with the screen for Fox over Edwards. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Fox has got 5 now.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the basket by Edwards.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the 3 consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Back to Paul. It's Vassell on the wing. Pass to Sohan. 4 on the shot clock. Over Randall. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Gobert the screen to the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Paul passes to Vassell. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Vassell's got his second bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Fox against Edwards. Back to Fox. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Biyombo, and the dunk by Biyombo.
Hard not to respect how good Fox is in the pick and roll. Excellent at making the pocket pass.
Randall outside. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. Paul outside. 27 seconds left in the first. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And here is Fox. The tray. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Julius Randle getting it done for the Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right back after this break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
So it's Minnesota now, leading by 5. Naz Reid out there with Jaden McDaniel. And it's Conley. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the small forward spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
This is a big part of Reid's value. I mean, he's proficient from deep. and he's got a quick trigger, too.
When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure, and, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor, and he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Conley's shot is off. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Spurs, trailing by 10. Here's Sohan. Second shot opportunity. Here's Bassey. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. Here's McDaniels. Reid with a screen for McDaniel. Offline with his three. Spurs trail by 8. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Castle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
The size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
He misses the free throw. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
So he comes up empty at the line. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
And Edwards, no good on that one. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his 3rd season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say, perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
And it's blocked. Sohan with the ball. He's against Reid. A nice shot by Sohan.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Randall's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. Then for the Spurs, Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Castle. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
A moment moment to check out the stats for Randall. An amazing run for him the second half of the season. Averaging about 18 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Out to the right wing. Fox kicks to Biyombo. Pass to Sohan. And here is Vassell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And man, is Vassell tough to guard. So good at using that length to get the call.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
And that one falls for Vassell.
You watch Vassell. He's a prototype wing for this era. Has length, skill, and plays both ends of the floor.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for the Spurs. Vassell hits them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Now here's Gobert. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Edwards just doesn't allow defenders to bottle him up. Great focus and persistence.
Outside, Fox. 1:44 left in the first half. Pass to Biyombo. It's stolen by Gobert. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Gobert can't hit. Spurs trail by 6. Back to Paul. Now here's Barnes. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Fox dishes to Biyombo. Paul for 3. A three-pointer is right on target.
If he can find a look outside, Paul's going to take it. Don't expect him to hesitate if he gets that look.
DiVincenzo passes to Randall. The 9-foot shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Biyombo.
Hey, when Biyombo's deep inside, it's fun to watch because you know this guy is going to finish with a flush.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Fires from deep. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 5.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
On the wing, Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Fox against Edwards. Takes the 3. No good there. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead, up by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, in a close game, what makes the difference in the second half?
Lots of things, you know. It's a game of mistakes. It's a game of playing well. Who knows?
Always love your philosophy, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Halftime is here, and with the San Antonio Spurs in a neck-and-neck game, lots to talk about. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different.
That's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
You love to see this kind of chemistry. It's like our chemistry on the set. Everyone knows this rink.
You know what, Ernie, for once, I can't disagree with Shaq. It feels good to be the king.
I can't run away from this conversation fast enough. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Julius Randle.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. On the court right now for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Biyombo at the 5 down low.
It's like running into an immovable object. Gobert setting that pick nicely.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Over Randle. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Barnes has got 7 points in the game.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Randle dishes to McDaniels. Edwards passes to McDaniels and taken away by Paul. For the lead, he takes it up and lays it in. He has 5.
Never surprising to see Chris Paul start the break now. But as we see right there, he's just as good at finishing.
Out to Edwards. To the paint and stolen by Biyombo. Barnes with it. Now defended by Randle. Outside, Fox. Pass to Biyombo. Just 5 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Julius Randle picks one up.
And you got to appreciate the overall game of Barnes. He's efficient as a scorer and also works hard at the defensive end.
The Spurs have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. That one is off. And he's good on the second. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Edwards against Fox. Edwards on the bounce. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox.
Already growing a reputation as one of the game's most notorious trash talkers, Edwards is just having fun out there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Edwards. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And Edwards drops them both.
a superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skill.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Here's Paul after the basket by Minnesota. Good. Nice job down low. Paul's got the game tied up here for San Antonio.
Boy, a tough, gritty, smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Vassell. Gobert finds DiVincenzo. Clock is at 3. Rebound San Antonio. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Fox can't connect from short range. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Timeout. And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Minnesota making some changes. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for the Spurs. Castle comes in for Paul. Here's Sohan. He's defended by Randall. Up top, Vassell. He's got 6. 6 to shoot. There's the pick. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Sohan missing. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Conley kicks to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen for McDaniels. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Boy, you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Biyombo. Vassell outside. Takes a 3. San Antonio again missing. And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. Gobert with a screen on Vassell. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Conley. Nothing on the board. And again, Rudy Gobert. And now it's an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Double-digit boards, a regular occurrence for Gobert. Makes it easier to get those second-chance hoops, too.
Back to Sohan. Down low. Here's Vassell. What a terrific move that was. Vassell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Now here's Conley. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. For the 3. Drops in the tray. Alexander Walker's got 5 points so far. And And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Conley out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Naz Reid. Then it's Miller, and it's Clark in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Sohan inside. He's against Miller. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Minod's checked in. The Spurs also with the sub. Champagne's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Timberwolves leading by 7. Now Conley. Reid the pass to Alexander-Walker. Out to Conley. Shot clock at 5. Reid with a screen for Conley. No good from outside.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the 3-point lane.
Pass to Castle. Plays it up and banks it in.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Minot. Wants to get it to Reid and does. Johnson with the rebound.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
And the basket by Castle.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Champagnie, defended by Alexander-Walker. And Clark over to help. Here's Castle. And he converts the layup. Castle's got 6 in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's Alexander-Walker. Here's Reid. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He has decided it's the right time to talk. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. Now, he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
Thank you, David. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Now here's Randall. Gobert finds McDaniel. And a miss there on the triple. Vassell against McDaniel. Vassell, the pass to Barnes. It's stolen by Randall. Outside Edwards. From 13. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul outside. To take the lead. Cranes the three-pointer. Paul's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
A big bucket at a critical time. Chris Paul not going to leave it up to anybody else. He wanted that shot.
Timberwolves passing it around. DiVincenzo with the screen on Vassell. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And it's the Spurs ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Fox. Randall with the block.
Well, you can't go up weak against Randall, otherwise he's going to block it.
Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Calm when it counts. Randall has that clutch DNA.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Fox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
It's the first, and that gives them the lead.
And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Edwards with a tough shot.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Fox against Edwards. Pass to Paul. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
Mr. Clutch coming through. Chris Paul in a situation where there are must-have points. He cashes in.
Now, here's McDaniel. Edwards drawing the double team. 4 on the clock. Shot from the wing. With 1 on the clock. And Gobert throws it down.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Fox with it. To the paint. Here's Biyombo. Yes!
Biyombo showing off his agility off the screen. It's not easy to set that hard screen and then roll with purpose and effectiveness, but he does.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1, we'll see if they try it.
Edwards drawing the double team. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Bullseye! And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. .32 seconds left in the fourth. Fox is double. Over to the left wing. Here's Randall. Pass to Edwards. Wants to get it to Randall and does. Gobert with a screen for McDaniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Vassell. Oh, no good. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Here we go. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. Combo dishes to Fox. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Fox has got the first basket here in overtime for San Antonio. Outside Edwards. That's a 2 from Randall. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Yeah, you know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Now, here's Fox. Gobert with the block, and he gets it back. That shot wide open.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And the shot goes in.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
And here is Fox. A 3 ball. Another miss by Fox. Timberwolves trail. Randall passes to Edwards. Here's Gobert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Nice job by Gobert finishing the play through the bump.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up.
You know, he gets there so often. Gobert would like to make these at a higher clip.
And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Nicely done. Without much separating these teams, that's when you have to make good at the line.
The kick out to Barnes. Back to Fox. Pass to Vassell. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. And now that's 11 points for Devin Vassell. Fox against Edwards. Oh, the power on that prudent.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Fox against Edwards. Fox, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten all three of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Randall is doubled. Got it!
Woo-hoo! Yes, DiVincenzo. What a gamer. Somebody who lives for these kind of big moments. Watch out now.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Barnes finds Vassell. The wide open look here for Fox. Trifecta.
And that's Fox saying, I'm the top dog here. You need a big basket, you come to me.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Edwards inside, guarded by Fox. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Fox. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game.
And accepting his role as a leader. Fox wants to come through for his guys in the big moments.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And so it's Minnesota with it. It's a three-point game.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
Shoot two.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that brings them within 2 here. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. Clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Fox. From deep three-point territory. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. From Target Center, back in a moment. And as we play on into another overtime, you know these teams must be wearing down. It's become a battle of attrition.
Here we go.
Ball against DiVincenzo. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. That one goes. Count it.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Buries the long-range jumper. Vassell's got 6 in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
A 3 for DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox. Fox has got his 5th rebound in this one. Ball finds Vassell. There's the screen. To the middle. Here's Biyombo.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg. Everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Fox, no good. Timberwolves trail. Here's Edwards. Good D by Barnes. The Spurs shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall?
With so many great point guards in this league, sometimes a guy like De'Aaron Fox can be overlooked, but when he's on, no one can stay in front of that man.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. And for the Timberwolves, their shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's Edwards. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
Here's Fox. San Antonio again missing. Timberwolves on offense. Here's Randall. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
McDaniels against Vassell. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And we talk about Fox's speed, but he also has length, and he's a factor there in the paint.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Guys, what are their best options now?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 1. Fox with the steal. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Over Fox. Good!
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in a game.
Fox looking it over. It's good!
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
One last chance to win it right here. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
For 3, Edwards. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's San Antonio who's straight by with the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players. And after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned. And I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.